Hello. Today we're going to have tea with Dr. Carly. In today's conversation, we're going to talk about 5 signs that your baby's nervous system needs support. We had a mom come in that was exhausted. She was in tears because her baby was crying relentlessly, 4 hours straight, and there was nothing she could do. And she felt like a failure. And we look for these signs all the time in our office that babies need support. So I want to help share this with you so that you can look for these signs as well. If you're watching this video, then you might be struggling like this mom. And we want to bring support for you and know that you're never meant to do this alone. And just because something is common does not mean it's normal. So if your baby is crying for hours, struggles to nurse, and won't sleep, those are some of the top signs that we're going to be discussing. Now, your nervous system controls everything. It controls your healing. It controls being able to relax and regulate. And if your baby isn't able to calm itself, it's stuck in danger mode. It's stuck in fight or flight. And when baby is stuck in that fight or flight, it's not able to calm. It's not able to take a deep breath. It's scared. And you are probably experiencing this, and your gut is telling you that something's not right. So when we're able to support the nervous system and calm the nervous system, then baby's body is able to work clearer. Now, these signs help you understand that baby's trying to tell you something. You're not overreacting. You're not being overdramatic. You are knowing that something's not right. And you can't put your finger on it, but that is the parent intuition that you need to follow. And you're absolutely in the right place searching for those answers. So sign number 1 is difficulty latching or nursing or bottle feeding on one side. So what that looks like is the baby prefers one breast over the other, or the baby prefers being held in one direction when bottle feeding. When that is happening, it's a very big signal that there's tension in the neck. There's tension in the neck, whether or not birth was traumatic or birth was easy. There's really, everything can be very laborious in labor. So when we have misalignments in the neck, we have a hard time turning our head. And baby can't tell us, oh, I woke up with a stiff neck, or I have a kink in my neck. They're resisting going in one direction. They might even arch their body. They might even squirm, pull away, because that's their signal. That's their sign that there's tension in the neck and they're not able to turn their neck in either direction. Sign number 2, constant crying or colicky behavior. What that looks like is the baby is crying for hours. You're exhausted. The baby's exhausted. And that is occurring because the nervous system is stuck in fight or flight. Because of a easy or traumatic birth, the bones in the neck are out of place, and that's impacting how the nervous system can regulate itself. The mom that I told you about that came in with the baby that was crying for 4 hours straight, she was at her wit's end. She didn't know what to do. After just 3 adjustments, the baby was crying less, was having longer stretches of sleep, and mom was feeling much more relaxed. So the reason that this happens is because their little nervous systems can't regulate after the stress of birth. And those are things that we look for in our office. And when you're looking for a chiropractor in your area, you want to look for a pediatric certified chiropractor. Now, sign number 3, that your baby's nervous system needs support is they can only sleep in your arms or upright. So when you're going to transition baby into the bassinet or into the crib, baby wakes up. This is because there's tension in the spine and laying flat is uncomfortable. The baby wants to be in this curled position, and when the spine straightens, it wakes them up. That is a telltale sign that your baby's nervous system needs support. Okay, 2 more signs. Sign number 4, preferring to look in one direction. You were never meant to do this alone, and your baby is trying to tell you something. So you're searching for answers. You really need to applaud yourself for doing that. Give yourself some grace. Know that you are doing the best that you can. And the fact that you're searching for answers, you should tell you that you're doing a great job. So when baby's head is stuck in one direction, or they're preferring to look in one direction, you might notice this when they're in their crib, they're sleeping to one side. You might notice this in their car seat, their head is tilted to one side or tilted up. You might even start to notice there's a little flat spot occurring in the back of their head. That's a telltale sign that baby's nervous system needs support. The bones in the neck are not in the proper alignment, and that's restricting how the baby is turning from side to side. Now, when baby is overcrying or not able to transfer to the bassinet, or the head's stuck to one side, sometimes people have a way of saying that the baby is manipulating. Oh, they really know how to wrap their finger around you. We are the only mammals that don't sleep with our babies next to us throughout the full first 6 months. Babies are scared. They're used to being in a nice, cozy environment. They're used to hearing their mother's heartbeat. And when we put them away from that, they have a hard time regulating their nervous system. And that's okay. We need to create tools in order to be able to achieve those sleeping environments. So whether you're co-sleeping or whether sometimes having baby in the room or in the bed is hard for you to sleep too, because it wakes up, it makes noises, it startles you. That's okay. It's not about having baby next to you. It's about helping baby feel safe and comfortable in their new environment. So a lot of times when we have those misalignments in the neck, it's hard to regulate efficiently. And so you could try everything. You could try those little machines that make the heart rate noises. You could try cozy blankets or swaddling or the Merlin or the sleep sack, or go through every single contraption that has been made in the baby industry and still not see results because their nervous system isn't able to regulate properly, because their spine is not in the proper alignment, and that's causing tension in their body. When you have tension in your body, is it hard for you to sleep? It's the same thing with the baby. The baby just can't voice that yet. Okay. Sign number 5, frequently spitting up, gas, or digestive issues. Now, what that looks like is spitting up after most of the feedings. And it's not just a little, tiny spit up off the corners of their mouth, or a little tiny spit up after feet burping. This is almost like the full meal has come up, or they're gurgling in the back of their throat when they're laying there and they cough and sputter and then they start crying. That's silent reflux. So silent reflux isn't very silent. It's just not a actual spit up. So when we have that occurring, we know that there is something going on with the vagus nerve in the body. Now, look this up. Look up a diagram of the vagus nerve. It goes all the way from your brain down throughout your abdomen into your digestive system, and it controls all of those digestive organs. And when we have impact to the nervous system, then those digestive organs are not going to work properly. And baby's stomach's going to feel upset. It's not going to be able to digest the food properly. All of these things are better addressed early. If we wait too long and the head becomes too flat, then you might start looking into having helmets in order to reposition baby's head and cranial bones. Those are things that can be alleviated when we have the spine in the proper alignment and when chiropractic adjustments are able to remove that misalignment, alleviate that pressure, and then baby can turn their head in either direction. And we're able to support that so that we don't need a helmet or we don't need reflux medication. And maybe we do need all of those things in addition to supporting it with chiropractic adjustments. So these are not all separate problems. These are all directly related to the nervous system. And your baby's body is brilliant. I mean, your body is brilliant. You just grew a baby in 9 months without even thinking about it. Or possibly the person that brought this baby to your life did that. So our bodies have a miraculous way of healing. We just need the support to be able to do that healing and regulate our nervous system. All right, so healing takes time. Let me just read from my notes right now. Healing takes time. And let's talk about that baby that the mom brought in. The mom who was exhausted after 3 adjustments. Baby was sleeping better, having longer stretches of sleep, less stretches of crying. When I was doing the exam on baby, baby was not happy. We had mom holding baby. We had dad holding baby. After 4 weeks of adjustments, each adjustment builds upon itself. This isn't a quick fix. This isn't a pill, one pill that you take. I mean, even when you have antibiotics, you're taking multiple pills over multiple days because healing takes time. And that's the same thing with adjustments and how getting the spine in the proper alignment. Now, the sooner that baby comes in, the less adjustments that are needed in order to correct an issue. But ultimately, maintenance is key because we are growing and developing, and baby is running and crawling and pulling up and falling and who knows, rolling off the couch, you name it. But this baby that the mom brought in that was screaming for 4 hours, after 4 weeks of care, mom was in tears of joy. She couldn't believe it. Her baby was a totally different baby. In addition to crying for 4 hours, baby hated the car seat, screamed throughout the car ride. Baby now is perfectly content in the car seat, sleeping, happy, totally different baby. Mom is overjoyed. So let's talk about 3 things you can do right now. 3 things you can do right now is observe your baby's posture, patterns, do a gentle body check, and trust your gut. Let's dive into these a little bit deeper. So watch your baby's patterns. Over the next 2 or 3 days, observe baby. Note any feeding challenges. Is baby's head staying to the one side? Sleeping patterns. When do they cry? When do they get upset? Any information is going to be helpful for the provider that you see. Doing a gentle body check. When baby is calm, gently turn their head in either direction. See if there's any resistance when you're moving their head in either direction. Do they resist one way? And then check to see if they curl to one side. Check to see if they curl to one side more than the other. You're not diagnosing, you're gathering information so that when you do go see a provider, you're able to give them as much information as possible. Trust your gut. You are looking for answers follow your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, that's telling you something, and you're absolutely correct in following that. And just because something is normal, this might have happened with your sister's baby or your neighbor's cousin's baby, but just because it's common does not mean it's normal. You know your baby better than anyone, and looking for help isn't failing. So, when to seek care. If you're noticing 2 or more of these signs, if your intuition is telling you something isn't right, and before the symptoms become patterns, the earlier it is to get these corrected, the easier it is. We covered 5 signs: latching issues, excessive crying, sleeping challenges, head problems, and digestive problems. All of this is controlled by the nervous system. You're doing an incredible job. You weren't meant to do this alone. We're here to support you. So comment below which challenge you are finding your baby having. Share this with a friend who might be struggling with this as well. Like, subscribe so you can get other tips and tricks. And if you're in the Virginia Beach area, reach out to us so that we can help support your family. Hope you enjoyed your tea. Have a great day.